Welcome to Expert Educators. In this video, we are going to cover characteristics of management. By now, you very well understand the meaning of management. Now, let us understand the features or characteristics of management. There are 7 characteristics of management: goal-oriented, pervasive, multidimensional, continuous process, group activity, dynamic function, intangible. So now management, the first one is management is a goal oriented process. What do you mean by goal oriented? Like every organization, if you will see, is established to achieve some goals. Goals are the basic reason for the existence of the organization. In fact, any organization for that matter. So different organizations have different goals. So the management units combines the efforts of different individuals in the organization for achieving these goals. Example, the goal of a retail store is maybe to increase sales, but the goal of a school is to impart education to children. So they have goals. So every organization here is established to achieve some goals. So management in the organization is a goal-oriented process. So the first one we should be remembering or keeping it in mind that management is a goal-oriented process. Second, management is pervasive. What do you mean by pervasive? Now, pervasive means present everywhere. It's present. Management is pervasive as it is required in all organizations, in all departments, and at all levels. Now, it is not restricted to business organizations only. We can find management in government offices, schools, hospitals, and even in a family. Now, let us take the example of a school. In a school, the principal manages teachers and administrative staff to ensure smooth functioning of the school. In a business, if you will see, managers plan, organize, and control resources to achieve profit goals. Likewise, in a hospital, doctors and administrators manage staff, medicines, patient care. If everything has to be done efficiently. So management is happening. Management is pervasive. It's available. It's present there everywhere, including family. Example, parents plan the monthly budget. They organize household tasks by assigning duties, like one person would cook, the another one would clean. So organizing is happening over there. They direct children to study or complete chores. So directing is happening over there. They check whether expenses are within the budget. So controlling is there. So management is present in a family also. So just like in a business or school, management principles are used in a family too. That's why here we say management is pervasive. Now the third one. Management is multidimensional. Management is a complex activity that has 3 dimensions. 3 dimensions meaning 3 facets, 3 aspects, which are management of work, management of people, management of operations. Management of work. All the organization exists for the performance of some work. Management activities aims at achieving goals to be accomplished. The task or work depends upon the nature of the business. Management of people. Human resources are an organization's greatest asset. Management is concerned with getting things done through people, which is not an easy task. To manage the people, 2 dimensions are needed: dealing with employees as individuals with diverse needs and behavior, and dealing with employees as a group of people. Third one, management of operations. Management of operations is interlinked with both management of work and the management of people. So as every organization provides certain goods and services to society, which involves a process of converting inputs into desired outputs. Now let us understand this with example. Now, let us take the example of a garment manufacturing company, let's say. So, management of work. The company has to get the garments produced or shirts produced. This is the main work of the company. Now, managers decide what work is to be done and how and by whom. So, this is the management of work. Management of people, the manager has to get the work done through people, workers, supervisors, designers. So they needs to be motivated. So proper motivation needs to be given, training needs to be given, and coordination, proper coordination within the different workers, officials needed to be there. So this is part of this dimension. And management of operations, meaning it ensures that production and supply processes run smoothly. Example, managing sewing machines, machineries basically, fabric supply and quality control. So all these becomes the part of operations. So three very important dimensions which you should remember: management of work, management of people, management of operations. Fourth one, management is a group activity. Now, what do you mean by group activity? Means group of people doing the work. So, management consists of several people who work as a group. Efforts of all the members were directed towards the achievement of common goals. Each and every member of the organization have different purpose for joining the organization, but as a member of the organization, they work towards fulfilling the common organizational goal. Now, employees join a particular organization for different reasons, right? For their personal reasons, for their some wants to be some are career oriented, so they wants to be part of that organization to learn and gain knowledge and to grow further. Some maybe they are working over there because they want to support their family. So the reasons could be different, but once they join the organization and once they work in the organization, they all work for a common purpose. And that common purpose is fulfilling the common organizational goal, to achieve the organizational goal. Okay, so example like business organization, in a company, the marketing manager, production manager and finance manager all work together, right, to achieve the company's target profit. Each one contributes differently, but they all aim for the same organizational goal, that is the success of the company. Similarly, in a school, the principal, teachers and administrative staff work together to provide quality education. Their teamwork ensures the school runs smoothly. This shows that management is a group activity. Fifth one, management is a continuous process. Management is a continuous or never-ending function. All the functions of management are performed simultaneously, and it is a series of continuous composite but separate functions. Now, management, why do we call it as a continuous process? Because it is never ending. Managers are constantly planning, organizing, directing and controlling activities. Let's say one goal is achieved. Will they stop? No. A new goal is set. So management keeps going on and on. Example, after completing one academic session in a school, the principal and teachers immediately they would start planning for the next session. They would prepare timetables, admission processes and syllabus updates. This proves that management is a continuous process. It does not stop, right? So management is continuously working. The cycle of planning, organizing, directing and controlling never stops in any organization for that matter. So now the sixth one, management is a dynamic function. After the continuous process, now we are talking about dynamic function. Management must make changes in goals, objectives whenever needed and other activities according to changes taking place in the environment. To be successful, an organization must change itself and its goal according to the needs of the environment. Example, now McDonald's. They launched Tiki Burger, right? The fast food giant made major changes in its menu to be able to survive in the Indian market. So they started to offer this Aloo Tiki Burger. Aloo Tiki Burger, which is now very famous among the vegetarians, especially. So they have done some changes, right? So they worked, they learned, they did some observations, some experiments, and after all that, they decided that there needs to be some changes in their menu to cater to the Indian market. So they decided to offer or to bring something which will work. So that is why they started with this Aloo Tikki Burger. So similarly, the last and but not the least is the management and intangible force. Management, why we call it as an intangible force? Because the function cannot be physically seen, but its presence can be felt. The presence of management can be felt by seeing the orderliness and coordination in the working environment. Example, when targets are met according to plans, employees are happy and satisfied, and there is orderliness instead of chaos, that means the management is working absolutely fine. Right? So management is intangible because its results can be observed, like high morale or smooth operations, but management itself cannot be seen. It cannot be seen, but it can be felt.